everyone, it's Lucy McFadden and welcome back to my channel. I'm over the moon about today's video because I have a very special guest to introduce you guys to. If you follow me on Instagram, some of you may already know, or if you clicked on this video, you saw the title. I am introducing you to a very new friend and family member. Oh, he's waiting right next to me like a good boy. Everyone, meet Pocket. This is my son. I just gave birth to him and he's mine forever. Say hi. Say hi to mommy's YouTube. You guys maybe saw on Instagram that I adopted a dog, Mr. Pocket, and I wanted to just do a video today talking about like the adoption process and answering some questions, and then also show you guys like a little haul of everything I've been buying him. He's the absolute best dog in the world. His personality is like slowly coming out, but we'll get into that later in the video. All he wants to do is just be on my lap all the time, so I'm sure he'll love this video because he can sit right here. Without further ado, let's just get into everything. I wrote down in my notebook some points I want to hit, but basically I'm just going to talk about like the fostering process and adopting him, and then breakdown of like the first few days with him. Also my Hello Kitty notebook. Breakdown like the first few days, weeks with him, because we're coming up on the 2-week mark tomorrow. And I took some like video clips. I didn't document the process from like start to finish, but I did have some videos from him in the beginning of having him in my house, and just like seeing him get used to everything, how scared he was when he first showed up. And so I just want to show like some videos to show his progress, because the progress he's made in the past 2 weeks is like incredible. I'm so proud of him. We'll get into his breed, age, and backstory, and then a little dog haul and shopping experience, because you guys recommended some really great brands to me over on Instagram, and Pocket is a very spoiled dog, so we'll get into that as well. First things first is the fostering process. So I've been fostering dogs for a couple years now with Waldo's Rescue. They're a New York based dog rescue, and I've always wanted a dog. I grew up with dogs, but I felt like I was in school, my apartment was too small, and so the stars were just never aligning until recently. I graduated last May, so I'm about like 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, I don't know, out of school. I moved into a new apartment that's dog friendly. There's like so many dogs on my floor, and compared to him, he's 7 pounds. Like, he's got more than enough room to run around in here. I think there's some corners that he still hasn't even explored yet in my place. So yeah, I thought like I would foster this time, but I knew that like there was a potential that I might adopt and be a foster fail. I don't know why it's called that, because I feel like it's a good thing when you keep the dog you're fostering. First 2 times I fostered with Waldo's, I had like a puppy pit bull mix, and then I had an older like 4-year-old big dog, and they're both so sweet, but I will say they were like already out of their shell when I first got them. Whereas when I picked up this guy 2 weeks ago, he was terrified of everything, shaking like a leaf, peeing himself, running behind corners, trying to hide behind anything he could in my apartment. It was like the saddest thing ever. But I basically picked him up Sunday 2 weeks ago, so I think it was like the first Sunday of January, maybe the 2nd, and they had 65 dogs that they had brought over from Georgia. So basically Waldo's works with like the same 10 breeders and a shelter in Georgia, which Georgia is like the highest concentration of puppy mills in the United States, which is basically just like breeders producing mass amount of dogs in really inhumane conditions just to like sell them off and make a buck. Not really concerned about giving them like a good home, kind of just in it for the money, and it's really fucked up. I can go on and on about it, but there's no regulations that can stop these breeders from surrendering dogs or how many they breed, and it's really fucked up. So I guess he got surrendered from his litter, which means he is a purebred. He's a Jack Russell Terrier, but he got surrendered from his breeder. I'm not exactly sure why. His back legs kind of go out a little bit, and his hips, like he walks a little funny, but I think that could be maybe why. He thought he just like wouldn't be able to sell compared to the other puppies, his brothers and sisters. But he was surrendered to a shelter in Georgia, and it's so cold in Georgia right now. He was sleeping on frozen ice floors. He was then transported to New York City with 65 other dogs, And I'm not sure if this happened like prior to the transport or during the transport, but at some point he was put in a cage with another dog and that dog attacked him. And so Mr. Pocket has a few battle wounds on his back that he's still recovering from. He's got some chewed up ears, and he's just getting comfortable with other humans and other dogs, which is totally expected and valid. He hasn't exactly had the best experience with dogs and humans in the past. He's had a rough first few months to his life, and being in my home was like really the first time he was able to trust another human. So that was a process of him getting to know that we're not allowed to get him, and it was really heartbreaking to see. So the first day I took him home, I bawled my eyes out for a solid like 24 hours. It was just breaking my heart to see like such a precious creature, like so terrified of the world. I took him outside, the loud noises, like he was just like frozen in his steps. He was really beat up. He had bloody wounds all over him, and he was also pretty sick the first day I got him. So he was leaking like green snot all over the place, and I just felt so bad thinking about like being sick as a dog and not being able to communicate that to like people, and like what hurts, and like that you want to feel better and like you need medicine. I know like they're not humans and they don't really understand all of those concepts, but nonetheless it still was really breaking my heart to see him so helpless. And so the first day I actually took him to an emergency vet, which the rescue told me not to do because they weren't able to cover it. But I could not bear to see him in pain and uncomfortable any longer. I know that he had just gotten off like a 13-hour drive of transportation to get all the way to New York City, and I just wanted to get him better and more comfortable as fast as possible. So the first day we went to the emergency vet. He was diagnosed with like a respiratory infection, potential pneumonia, and so he got put on antibiotics, which helped that. Oh, big yawn, big yawn. And so that was like the first day. He got some medicine, and then we just chilled for like 3 days straight on my couch watching TV. I didn't leave his side, but at the same time, you're not supposed to like bombard them. I wasn't trying to like pick him up, put him on my lap and stuff. So I gave him his corner of the couch. I had my corner of the couch, and I kind of just allowed him that time and space to like get used to me and to come up and approach me. That is what I was told was like the best method to get a dog more comfortable, is just allow them to come to you. Even though it seems like more counterintuitive, you definitely like are just like holding back, wanting to pick them up and pet them and show them that you're not here to hurt them. But that trust is built actually a lot quicker when you allow them to come to you first. So that was the experience the first few days. And by the third day, I think he was more comfortable with me. He was ready to cuddle, and I was slowly becoming like his first human that he could trust, which was really awesome. He didn't have any issues eating the first few days. He's been a really good eater since the start, and he came to me like a little bit skinny. So I've been feeding him 3 times a day. Now he has a little puppy tummy, which I just think is the cutest thing in the world. The water was more of like a tough thing for him. I'm not sure if he just like didn't know how to drink out of a bowl or what it was with water, but he didn't drink it for like the first week. But I just kind of counteracted that by watering down his food and sneaking it in other ways. I had like a syringe that I was giving him his antibiotics with, and so I also kind of gave him some water with the syringe as well. And now we're 2 weeks in, and he's like a changed dog. I heard that the rule is 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months for a dog to become more comfortable and like let their personality out. So we're coming up on 3 weeks. 3 days was when he started getting more comfortable with me and wanting to hang out with me and laying by my side. I would say the first week he was kind of scared to explore anywhere in my apartment. He kind of just wanted his own little corner on the couch. And the only thing that we've dealt with is a little bit of bad separation anxiety, but that's totally normal, and I kind of feel honored to be wanted. So that's our only thing that we're working on. He doesn't cry, he doesn't bark really, only when he sees his reflection in the mirror, which I just found out like dogs can't recognize themselves. Breaks my heart. And yeah, I mean, there's just been little things that he's learning along the way. He picked up walking on a leash very quickly, and he's still getting used to other dogs and other people. He's a little bit timid when people are trying to like pet him or introduce themselves to him, as well as other dogs. but day by day it's getting better and better, and yeah, we're being patient with it because I know this is a big world to throw him into. He came from Georgia. He's just a little southern boy, and he hasn't known much but like mean people and mean doggies. And so I'm just trying to reteach him that we're all here to love him. No one's here to hurt him anymore, and he's safe, and he's gonna be a city dog. I will say with Waldos, if anyone is interested in fostering in New York City, they're a great foster to rescue with. They bring about 60 dogs in from Georgia every 2 weeks, I believe. And so fosters are always needed if you always consider getting a dog, but like don't feel like you necessarily have the means to get one yet, or you're a bit busy. Fostering is a great option, and it's really nice just to get to know a dog as well before you decide to adopt him. I was obsessed with him before I even saw him in real life, but I was very realistic about like, well, let's make sure it's a good fit, let's make sure he likes me, and all of that stuff. And then once I saw him finally like let down that wall and want to be with me all the time, I was like, I can't give him to another family and have him go through that process all again. It would just break my heart. And also we were built-in besties from like day one, so it was just something I knew from the very beginning. They do make you decide by like 1 week if you're gonna continue fostering or adopt him yourself, because they want other people to have that option. So 1 week in, they're like, Lucy, you still haven't built your profile on Pet Finder for Pocket. And I was like, yeah, I'm not building a profile because if someone tries to take him for me, I will actually cry. And so I knew by like 1 week, I was like, yeah, he's mine. This is my bustie for the rest of time. And one other interesting thing about the rescue is like, since they get so many dogs, they have different names when you first get them, usually really random because they pick like a theme for each like group coming in. His theme was different sodas. So his original name that he came with was Pepsi Twist. And we stuck with the P name, so we're with Pocket now because he's just a little pocket size and he just wants to be in my pocket everywhere he goes. He actually has a little tote bag that he likes to be in. He comes with me like to my workouts, to my nail salon appointments and everything. And even if I let him out like at my workouts and stuff to run around, he just wants to be in his tote bag. So he truly is a little pocket dog. The name was so fitting. I had some runner-up names as well. I was deciding between, let me find my name because my name list, some other dog names that I was keeping in mind. I have like a full list on my phone because I'm an actually crazy person. I've had this on my phone for like 2 years, even though I haven't had a dog for that long, but dog names are always at the forefront of my mind. Okay, so Linus was a very, very close second. If you guys have seen Charlie Brown, you know Linus and Lucy. I thought it'd just be like a really cute like little sidekick name, and he kind of looks like a little Linus. But I decided that's more of like a human name, and maybe I should save that in case I ever have like an actual human baby. Again, like I don't know why I think so far ahead for this shit, because that's not happening for at least like another 10 years. I love the name Cosmo for a dog. I like Mulligan. I like Maribel for a girl dog. I like Carmine, Webster, Rocky, Lola for a girl. Zero, like from Nightmare Before Christmas, the dog is named Zero, but I just thought it would be kind of rude to give him that name given his hard background. He's not a zero at all, and so it wasn't the most fitting for him. Apollo's really cute, Petunia for a girl, Winston for a boy. I also love funny dog names like Lasagna, Pesto, Peaches, Pickle, Pepper. He was gonna be a Pepper as well. That one was a really close contender. But those were some other dog names that I was deciding between when I first got him. Pocket though was just like my day one, #1 choice. I've always said I want a really small dog and I want to name him Pocket, and I just think it's such a cute and unique name. I haven't seen anyone else name their pets that. I actually got the idea because I found this grandma on TikTok and her name was Pocket, and I was like, that is so cute, and she was like the sweetest, cutest old lady ever, and I was like, if I get a dog, its name's gonna be Pocket, like without a doubt. I'll say that if you're interested in fostering, it is a 2 to 3 week commitment, and you do have to be involved in the process of finding him a new home, making sure that it's a good fit, and it's really good, it's really rewarding, and it's really nice to help these dogs like get out of their shell, teach them love, teach them play, and help them find a forever home is like the most rewarding thing. So I could not recommend fostering enough, especially for New York City people. It's such a nice thing to do in the winter when you're lonely and staying inside anyway. And it's just an awesome experience. And then also, if you're looking to adopt a dog or get a dog, I really recommend fostering before, because it's just so nice to be able to meet them and figure them out before you make any harsh decisions. Great. So getting into more of his background in the first few days, I feel like I already spoke a lot on that, but he is from Georgia. He's a breeder surrender. He's a pure breed Jack Russell Terrier. They don't know his exact birthday. They have an estimate of about like 5-6 months. And so I think he might be a mini Jack Russell, because he's just like very, very tiny. When I took him to the vet the first day, his weight was 7 pounds. Maybe the way I've been feeding him, it's like 8 now. But he's just, oh my god, you're so sweet and cute. I can't with him. He's just a purebred Jack Russell, and he's the sweetest guy ever. Doesn't bark too much. His personality's slowly coming out, and I can see him being more playful, like with his reflection in the mirror. He just is like jumping at it, trying to play, and so I'm excited to be able to introduce him to other dogs his size. I introduced him to my sister's dog, Crispy, a golden retriever. I'll put that video in here, but Crispy is so funny. Like, she just like thought it was like her child and like wanted to like pick him up and play with him, and he was kind of like, what are you doing? Like, get away from me. And so he's still warming up to the idea of other dogs, especially maybe like bigger dogs are kind of intimidating, but I think it's baby steps. I'm so proud of his progress that he's made already. And sometimes I'm scared of other people, Pocket, so it's okay. I totally get it. As far as like the first few things I bought him that I thought were really helpful was a bed. Obviously, he's obsessed with his bed, and I actually did a bed next to mine instead of crate training. I'm not here to give any sort of dog training advice. I'm still learning myself, but so far it's been working for me. I've heard from a lot of other people that crate training is the way to go. I myself, just like, my heart would break putting him in a crate, which I know there's nothing wrong with it. It's not neglectful at all. It's a means of getting them to be more independent and have their own little space, and maybe I will change my mind in a few weeks and take up crate training, but we've just been doing pretty good at the bed next to mine. When I come into my room at night, he knows it's bedtime. He gets into his little bed in the corner. I'll put a little picture of that here. I think even one of the nights I was like, I really want to sleep with him. I really want to cuddle tonight. And I tried to, and he was like not about it. He was like, Mom, can I please go back to my bed? And so we actually haven't had one night sleeping in my bed together. He loves his own little space, and he's so small. I have been taking him like most places with me, like the nail salon, training, with friends, out to lunch, that sort of thing. But when I'm gone for like longer periods, have to take the subway a lot, I got him a playpen, which has been really, really great. The playpen, I feel like, is just like a little bit bigger. He doesn't, like, if he has to go to the bathroom, he can go to the bathroom in one corner of it, and he doesn't have to be like sitting on top of it, you know? I just feel like it gives him a little bit more space to like sleep and play and do his thing. And so the playpen was great until he figured out how to jump out of it. The one I got has like little like grid bar things on it, so he like was able to get his feet on it and launch himself over. I came home one day and I was like, where's Pocket? Why isn't he in the playpen? And he was just on my couch in his little corner from the first day, his little spot, waiting for me. So he doesn't do anything bad. He wasn't chewing up anything. He wasn't causing any ruckus, but he just loved his spot on the couch that he wanted back on. So I ended up getting a cover for the playpen so he's not able to jump out of it anymore. And he's been getting more used to that. I play some dog calming anxiety music anytime I leave. And so far, no complaints from the neighbors. I don't think he's crying much or any of that sort of thing, which is great because the separation anxiety was like the one thing that we were really trying to battle. But it's going well so far. He's learning that when I leave, I'm going to come back. I'm not gone forever. And he's just like the best thing ever. So the playpen has been great. Pee pads have also been great. I know some small dogs like chew those things up to shreds, especially with my fostering experience in the past. Both of the dogs I had like were not interested in pee pads, but he got those down pretty quick. He does have some accidents sometimes in the house. Kind of misses the pee pad sometimes, but it's usually pretty close that I can't even get mad. Also, the thing about having a small dog is their business is very small. which is very easy to clean up. So it's like, how mad can I be when it's like this big, you know? Pocket size poops are fine, pocket size pee-pees are fine. A few accidents on the couch / rug, but he knows the pee pad. I think he just does it as a form of like rebellion because he knows that he goes pee-pee on the pee pad. I also invested in like some reusable ones just because I hate having to like throw them away after like 2 to 3 uses. So he's been getting used to the reusable pee pads as well, and they're just better on the environment, which is really nice. I got those from Amazon. I'll put a picture of them right here. I'm still on the lookout for some really cute dog beds. So if anyone has any recommendations on like cute dog beds, that would be great. I will say, like, doing research into dog brands and stuff makes me feel like I need to start a dog brand myself. There is a lot of great stuff out there, but I feel like there's been so many times when I'm looking for something specific and I can't find it online. So maybe a dog brand is my next calling of entrepreneurship. But yeah, the one brand that I found to be really great so far, and okay, so what I was saying is at wildone.com. I have the walking kit from them. It's super cute. You can customize your own color leash and whatnot, and it's like really fun colors to play around with. And I got him a blue and brown one, but I'm also gonna go back on that site because I want to get the carrier bag for both traveling every day and like airplane travel, because theirs is approved by airlines, which is really great. It'd be horrible if I like showed up to the airport on a flight and they were like, he can't go in that bag. Wild One has been really great. I feel like everyone recommended that brand in my DMs. It's very popular, as well as Little Beast. Obviously, they make the cutest dog clothes in the world. I think I spent a solid like $400 on that website. Let me grab the sweaters I got really quick to show you. Okay, quick little haul of some things I got. This is the Wild One harness. I got blue, and I believe it's the smallest size that they sell, but it's really nice because they're adjustable. So if he grows a little bit, it will grow with him. Brown leash, blue poop bag, so cute. And then my Sandy Little Beast collab, I got him the red puffer coat because New York is really cold and he needs to stay warm. You're so excited right now. Some of these he's still growing into. He's truly just like the smallest guy ever, so it's hard to find things that fit. But this sweater as well, national treasure. He is a national treasure. And the onesie, obviously, absolutely adorable. I've been trying to like buy him boy things because you're crazy right now. Why don't you go play? Go play with your toys. I've been trying to buy him boy colors and stuff because I feel like I always just gravitate towards pink, but it's fine. He's into the girly stuff too. Dog bowls that I really want to get. I believe Wild One has some as well, but I haven't purchased any yet. So I'm on the lookout for some good pet bowls. I found these really cute ones online from Emma Bridgewater, and they're like personalized ones where you can put in your own name or like nickname or design. I'll put a picture of them right here, but those look really cute, so I'm thinking I may buy from there. Also, Susan Alexandra has really cute leashes, so maybe I'm gonna get him like a little fancy leash for fancy events. You wanna come back up? But yeah, Susan Alexandra has like the cutest beaded pieces, and I think he'd look so handsome in one. But the Wild One leashes I would definitely recommend for like everyday and comfortability and durability. What other brands were there? So for food, that's also still something that we've been trying out and experiencing. Different types of flavors and different types of food. I started him off on Farmer's Dog just because that's what the rescue gave me. He loved that. We ran out of it, and it is a little expensive, so if he likes it much more than what we're going with now, I'll probably end up buying some more of that. But right now we're trying, like, I forget what it's called, like the Blue Dog puppy kibble mixed with bramble, like the small dog food, but he loves bramble mixed with the puppy kibble as well so far. So I think he just likes all food, but that's what we've tried so far, and all great things to say about all of them. There's so many dog food brands that there's so many to choose from, so I'm not really sure what's best. I know Pocket has loved both the ones I've given him so far, and I kind of feel like that's all that matters. So he probably wants food again right now. Like, he's one hungry boy. Fable Pets, I haven't purchased anything from them yet, but they make a really cute crate that's not like locked in cage vibes. It's giving like wooden, sleek, like little home, little den. And my friend has one for her dogs, and she said that they love it because the little top just like stays open and they like feel enclosed in there, and like it's like their little home. So Fable Pets is probably the crate I would get if I was leaning towards getting a crate. But like I said, so far so good with the training. At bedtime, he sleeps all throughout the night. If he has to go pee, he takes himself to his pee pad at the middle of the night. And yeah, he literally sleeps like a perfect little angel. I was also recommended West Paw and Ruffwear. West Paw has good enrichment and toys, and Ruffwear apparently has good quality gear. So those are two things I need to check out, but I just wanted to share some of these recommendations with you guys for people that have other furry friends. Maxbone, I was also looking on their website as well, and they have like a really cute sling carrier bag, which I feel like would be nice for every day, just to like tuck him into and walk around with him. Okay, so Lamb Wolf is like the really cute little Lammy toys, and my best friend Amanda, I think, got one for Pocket, like the Valentine's Day edition. It hasn't come in the mail yet, but I'm very excited because my dog that I had growing up had a little Lammy toy, and he was like obsessed with it. He took it everywhere with him, and so I'm excited to see Pocket with his, because I swear to God, like, dogs treat those little Lammy toys like it's like their firstborn child. There's also like a pet store, 2 pet stores in New York City I want to try out. There's one called Love Thy Beast and one called Zoomies. So I need to make my way over to those, but they sound really adorable as well. And then like obviously there's like Chewy, which is good for like some necessities. It's kind of like the Amazon of like pet stuff. But that's where I think I got like his little dog tag. It still hasn't come in the mail yet, but it says Mama's Boy. It says that he's microchipped, and it has all of his little information in it in case he ever gets lost, which won't be happening on my watch. Ooh, okay, so when it's raining in New York, they said Canada-proof waterproof boots. It's a game changer when cleaning paws post-rain, because I've been wiping his paws off with the wipes from Wild One whenever we get home, because obviously New York City ground is just dirty and don't know what he's stepping in, especially if I'm gonna let him on my couch. I find that a little gross. So I highly recommend finding some moisturizing wipes to wipe down their paws and everything post walks. Native Pet and the brand Deadcool make very nice, clean, like pet shampoo and stuff for bath time. Someone said Just Fred has the most chic dog bag for walking around Brooklyn or travel. Ollie for food, someone said. Rover Pet Carrier for travel. Someone said Open Farm for food, expensive but worth it. And Kiwi Kitchens is also one that was recommended. The Leisure Pet Bed and matching blanket. Oh, someone said it's the donut shape, which is like the one I got now. I just got it from Amazon, but maybe I'm gonna invest in like a higher end one, something a bit cuter. So I'm gonna check out this Leisure Pet Bed as well. But one last recommendation, if anyone's based in New York, Whiskers Holistic Pet Care in East Village was another recommendation that I thought would be worth sharing. But yeah, I hope that answered a lot of your questions about Pocket in the first few weeks. It's been so amazing and like eye-opening to see him come out of his shell and experience so many things for the first time, because he's had a really rough go the first few months of his life, which was really heartbreaking, but it's also just so awesome to see his improvement and his progress. And I can't wait to see the little dog he becomes in a few more weeks and a few more months, and experience and share that journey with you guys. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to leave them in the comments down below. Any other recommendations? As you can see, I'm still buying a lot of things. It's a process, but yeah, I've just been going to local pet stores and trusting your guys' recommendations online, and I feel like so far so good. He loves it all, but maybe he's also just not that picky of a dog, because my mom's dogs like literally won't even eat their food if it's not heated up to a certain temperature, which is so funny. So he's not very prima donna. His mom is. But yeah, do you want to come say bye to the viewers? You have so many aunties and uncles now. 1 second, let me get him. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope it was a little introduction and I was able to educate you guys a little bit more on like the adoption fostering process. I'm totally down to talk more and answer more of your guys' questions, so don't hesitate to DM me, and I'll see you in the next video. Say bye, Pocket. Bye bye.